Diane in Denmark here. Can you hear those sleigh bells? Okay, I'm checking with you today something I promised I would do, my cozy Christmas reading. Now, you know me, I love books, I love to read. It's my self-care, self-preservation time. I read, I can normally grab a couple of chapters while I'm having my lunch, but more often I get to bed early or just 10 minutes before I switch off the light. Anyway, I said I would check in with you because I've got lots of Christmas books that I like to read. And if you've ever seen me doing my cleaning and decluttering in this zone, you'll have seen that I have a basket. We'll keep a basket in here. And this is for library books, anything that I'm reading. Keeps them all together so we're not forgetting about things. And we have a fantastic, well, we have hundreds, thousands of fantastic libraries here in Denmark. I've made lots and lots of videos about our local libraries, and they're all on, they're on two playlists. They're on my Life in Denmark playlist, and they're also on my playlist about hygge, books, TV, you know, whatever I'm watching or listening to. So anyway, let's dive in, and I'll just say I'm reading this one at the moment. This is my final normal book before I get into Christmas reading. So that one is hopefully going back to the library within the next couple of days. And I've already been to the library and picked up a lot of fun things and some rather strange Christmas books. So let's get into them. I'll start off with food and drink, because we all love food and drink. And these are two cookbooks that I love to look through. Now, I've decluttered almost all my cookbooks, but I've kept all my Nigella Lawson ones. I love Nigella Lawson. And I don't follow the recipes so much, but it's just really hygge reading. And especially her Christmas one is full of lovely pictures. I mean, you get the idea. So that's one book that I like. And I've got a few recipes. I think that the chocolate fudge is in here. If you want to see my really easy recipes and crafts, they're on the recipes and crafts playlist, because one of them was Nigella fudge. That's a great thing to make running up to Christmas. You can give it as a gift, you can eat it yourself. And the other one that I have, and I've had this since I moved to Luxembourg, I think, when I was in my early 20s, when I was working there. Delia Smith's Christmas. And again, I mean, it's kind of a bit dated now, but it's got all the British classics, and it's also, it had some very useful, at the time, lists of, you know, what to stock up on, you know, 2 weeks before Christmas and 4 months, all the things that we do in the Flylady prep for Christmas. If you missed that, it's on my Christmas playlist. And in this one, I don't know if I can find the recipe right now, but there's a recipe for a last minute Christmas cake. So if you're a Brit and you're watching this video like 2 days before Christmas, there's a really simple Christmas cake that you can make, and actually I used to use it even if I was really well prepared and made it like 2 months in advance. But that's a nice one to look at, and I'm never going to declutter that because it's just one of those things to watch on these really short Danish days where it gets dark at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You know, in the evening you can snuggle up with a blanket. Get a nice cup of tea and get the candles going and just have a wee bit of hygge. So those are my own books. And these are ones that I picked up hold on, let me just take off my sleigh bells. These are ones that I picked up at the Danish library, and I've told you before, Jule means Yule, Y-U-L-E. You know, the English word comes from the Scandinavian Yule, which means Christmas. And you will, I mean, I've made lots and lots of videos about Danish Christmas. We have so many traditions, lots of good food. And this is something that we have usually on the 25th of December, the day after Christmas for us. And also any of the Danish big Christmas lunches where we have all the different courses, tarteletter. And this one is all about making sweets, candy, julekonfekt. Confectionery is the Danish word. And just to show you here, if you're wondering why I have all these, when we travel, I hold on to things. These are from our trip to Japan
this year and last year and the year before. I like to hold on to these little things and I use them as bookmarks. It just give me a wee memory. Marzipan pigs, who remembers the marzipan pigs? And I've made a video about that when we're eating the traditional Danish Christmas dessert on the 24th in the evening. I've got a video about that. It's on the recipes and crafts playlist. Whoever finds the whole almond wins a marzipan pig. Anyway, more on that in the video. I won't go into that today. But lots of, sweets and things that you can make. Because in Denmark, the whole month of December is called the Christmas month. And the Danes, every night they'll be watching an episode of a Christmas advent calendar on the television, or they will be making gifts, or making sweets, or baking cookies. Here we are. This is another one, julebog. Now, bog in Danish is the Danish word for boat. So if you're looking for the toilet here, don't go for the bog. Julebog means a Christmas book, and this is from Politiken, which is one of the newspapers in Denmark, and they publish lots of books. This is a really old one, and you can see here that they've got things that you can make and all the recipes for cookies and crafts. And here is one of the Danish Christmas trees. Now, I've told you before, a lot of Danes, they have real candles on their tree for the night of the 24th of December. So there you are. And I've also done some Christmas crafts with Vibeke, with my bestie Vibeke over at her house. Vibeke has real lights on her tree, real candles. Very careful if you're using candles. Right, on to some, what should we do now? Oh, we'll go into the cozy crimes, because you know me, I love reading cozy crimes. Not hygge, but cozy crimes are any kind of mystery that doesn't involve molestation and awful things. It's, somebody's been found dead in the library and everybody has to change into their evening wear for drinks and try and work out who did it. I like those type. So here are a selection. Now, some of them I've read before, like Agatha, hold on, let me get them out of the basket. Agatha Christie, she wrote, I think it's the Plum Pudding Mystery, and that's in this one. I got this one last year at the library. It's called Murder for Christmas, and it's a collection of, how many different, about 30 different Christmas stories. Now, they were a mixed bag. I haven't written in here, by the way. It's somebody else who's written in a library book. They were kind of a mixed bag. Some of them are just a bit weird and some of them weren't very good. But it's nice just to be able to dip into them. And I think there's an Agatha Christie one in there, and Charles Dickens, Ellery Queen, Robert Louis Stevenson. And I've borrowed that one again for this year, so I can just kind of take 15 minutes if I want to break to read a wee story from there. This is one that I've read before. Simon Brett is one of my favourite cozy authors. Nothing too complicated. He's not Shakespeare, but his writing all follows the same thing, the same characters, and you feel very cozy because you're back in the same environment. And this one I picked because it's called The Shooting in the Shop, and it's a Christmas theme. The murder happens around Christmas. So I've taken that one out. And while I was looking for Simon Brett books, I found this one. Now, this is one that I've bought, and I'm so looking forward to this one. It's Simon Brett, and I just found it by accident on the internet. And I think my husband ordered it for me from Awesome Books. You may be able to find it on Awesome Books or on Amazon. And it's called The Christmas Crimes at Puzzle, spelled that way, P-U-Z-Z-E-L, Puzzle Manor. And what it is a little Christmas mystery. Everybody's invited to this stately home. And somebody is murdered in the first chapter. And there are clues that you have to solve and puzzles before you move on to the next chapter. So this one I'm really looking forward to. I'm going to be reading a chapter a day, and anyway, I'm really looking forward to this. And I'm hoping I won't be disappointed. Sometimes I kind of oversell things to myself. Anyway, so that's a new one for me this year. Also a new one for me this year, one that I found at our local library. Reese Bowen, I've read her books before. I'm not super mad about her books. But this one is the 12 Clues of Christmas. I mean, how more Christmassy can you get than that? So I'll let you know how I get on with that one. And this one is a collection of Agatha Christie stories, including a shortened version of that plum pudding mystery. It's called, in here, it's called Christmas Adventure. And again, somebody's written in a library book. Foo, foo, as we say in Danish. Now, don't do that. Right, those are the ones that I'm planning to read of cozy mysteries. And there are tons of things on Pinterest and links to websites where you can get a full list of cozy mysteries involving cats who solve the mysteries. That's really not my cup of tea. Or bakery cozy mysteries, or wedding planner cozy mysteries, or antique shop cozy mysteries, or bookshop cozy mysteries. I mean, there's plenty of them. If you haven't tried cozy mysteries, they are really, really hygge. Right, and on to the last ones, the kind of weird bunch that I found at our local library. Now, this one is very dark. It's called Nordisk Jul, Nordic Christmas, and it's florist called Lars Jon, who's up north of here, and it's a very, 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 very dark book. And it's flower arranging and ideas, but you can see everything is very, very Scandinavian, Nordic noir. Not really my cup of tea, but you may want to have a wee look for it if that's your cup of tea. And then I realised why it's so kind of dark and grim, that there's a foreword from Sarah Bladel, the Danish crime writer, so maybe that's why. I mean, there are a few, you can see advent calendar light. Anyway, I think I'll be handing this one back quite soon. Not really my cup of tea. This is a fun one, an advent calendar book of, and I'm not going to be doing this either. It's knitting a Christmas bauble every day of December. Well, I've told you the Danes, they call Christmas is called the Christmas month, December. Here we are, and it gives you a pattern, there we are for the 15th, of how to knit a bauble for the 15th, and then we've got this one. Hold on. Oh, here's one with Danish hearts. You've seen me doing those with the Vibeke hearts. And what else have we got? Oh, all manner of baubles. Hold on, let me just, shall we see what's for the 24th? Oh, there we are. So if you're into knitting or crochet, you can probably find this. It's called, I don't know if I can see, well, and it was from Dale Garn in Norway. I can't see anything else. I can't see the advent calendar for knitting. And onto the Danish thing of, you know, we love to do fold little bits of paper and make stuff in the dark, long days of winter. Now this is making cones and making hearts, and some of the, I mean, I'm not into spending too long time. I can do like the basic simple ones, you know me, I jump over where the bar is lowest, but they have some super complicated ones. Let me see if I can just find the pictures of them. Okay, how about doing that one if you are a horse lover? Or somebody skiing. Okay, that's way beyond me. Actually, my dearly departed Danish father-in-law, he was very good at those. And when I'm showing you my Christmas decorations, I'll show you some of the ones that he made. I've got them in an envelope, carefully packed away. Okay, this was just a fun one. Washi tape Christmas. I mean, if you're into washi tape, it gives you some ideas for making things out of washi tape. I'm not a washi tape person. And another, oh, this is just an old-fashioned book. It's really nice to look at. Again, you can see the real candles on a tree, Danish Christmas, and always lots of food and drink involved. And then, oh yeah, on the subject of crafts, the next video you see from me
will be folding. Now, don't worry, this is not a library book. This is a book that I got from the book exchange, where you can hand in old books, and you can just, or maybe you have a book at home which somebody has written on or torn out pages, or maybe the kids have coloured in some pages and you don't know what to do with it. You can fold your own Christmas tree from a book, and you'll see that in the next video. So I hope I've given you some inspiration of what you can read over Christmas. Remember, you don't need tons of books. Please don't go buying anything. I'm sure you can find something in your local library, or maybe you can reach out to some people in, I don't know, in your scout group or your church group. See if somebody's got some good things lying around. But just have a little fun, because it's all part of the excitement for getting ready for Christmas. Is, you know, even if you don't have any big traditions, just enjoy the little moments every day. You know, a nice cup of tea, a few chapters, and keep cozy out there. So anyway, on that note, I'm going to say live long and prosper. May the Danish book hygge, hear the sleigh bells, be with you, and I shall see you very soon. Okay, bye for now.